Anyone who's followed me before knows that I like to do off-the-wall comedy videos about whatever random topic in RuneScape, and I just tend to run with it. However, it seems the way to go about making videos these days is to find a challenging in-game goal and then spend countless hours streaming yourself working towards those goals, while wrapping things up into a 10 to 20 minute video showcasing the high points of your journey, while pairing it with beautiful RuneScape scenery panning and possibly adding in some additional narration to tie all the things together. So we're gonna roll with that. As you may know, I'm a bit terrible at setting gaming goals, which might make a video series about that just as terrible. In the past, I've just sort of done whatever in the game until I felt like I've done enough, and then I called it good. But I still have a rough idea of some things I could do to at least focus on for a video series. The problem though, is that I don't have a lot of time to grind thousands of hours of game time to do some of the more impressive feats, and that in and of itself sort of becomes its own degree of difficulty. I go to bed at midnight, I sleep for about 7 hours, and when I say sleep, I mean sleep. I'm usually woken up several times by toddlers climbing into bed with me to punch me in the face, kick me in the ribs, or just straight up pee on me, to which I usually struggle to get back to sleep. When I do actually get out of bed, I spend about an hour to get ready, eat breakfast, and then drive to work. From there, I spend till about 5 p.m. working, having breaks, working some more, and then driving back home from work. The next few hours I spend hanging with my kids, eating dinner, doing chores, making up for lost sleep, babysitting, keeping the wife from filing for divorce, and then finally tossing small children into their beds. If all of that goes well, then by around 9 p.m. I'll have 3 hours to get in as much old school RuneScape as I possibly can, which is also the time I need to use for editing videos, recording voice narration, and various other XP wastes. You've heard of IRL-Man mode, this is IRL-Man mode, and it's a challenge I'm going to face going forward if I want to accomplish any goals at hand. The other challenge is that I'm pretty much a boomer, which is like a noob but with terrible reaction time and bad hand-eye coordination, so I've got a lot going for me. But as far as goals, the first one is obvious. Over 10 years ago, I wore what would have been considered a completionist outfit. A quest cape, Varrock 3 plate body, Fremi 3 boots, and Karamjo 3 gloves. At the time, those are the items you can get without spending an enormous amount of time grinding out a 99, merchanting your way to a billion GP, or something else that would cause chronic carpal tunnel syndrome. So getting that look back would be goal number 1 for me. But there's also this little option on the Ring of Wealth that lets you know just how many bosses you've beaten in the game. And that's something I've never really done before. Even as a nearly 20-year veteran, the toughest boss I've ever fought was the King Black Dragon. That was up until about a month ago. It was then I finally took on Jad and won my first ever Fire Cape, and it was there I realized I could do so much more than just finish off quests. If I could beat Jad, then well, I could beat probably any boss that was easier than Jad. Yet that would be the next more ambitious goal. Something I'll probably never actually achieve, but something I could at least make a video series about. Get at least 1 kill count on every single boss listed on the Ring of Wealth. That's my goal. Will I look back on this moment in a couple of years as the start of a special series? Or will I rage quit and move on to something else? I don't know yet, but the journey has to start somewhere. I can at least combine this goal into my unique way of telling stories, and hopefully come up with a series that people can enjoy.